Hello, Bill Molyneux here for Bill's Wargame World, and this is also going on Bill's History World with Goober the Traveling Bear. And you know what time it is? It's time for me to get some book reviews done. And today's book review that Goober is helping me with is Gettysburg in Miniature by Scott L. Mingus Sr. with Tristan S. Mingus, and Tristan is Scott's grandson. So this book is The Battle of Gettysburg, and it is illustrated with toy soldiers, miniatures, and dioramas. It's very unique, and so let's go dive into this book. And I'd like to mention that I recently saw Scott, and I do know him somewhat well, and he is one of my favorite authors and probably one of the most knowledgeable Civil War historians of the York, Pennsylvania area, and also the Winchester, Virginia battles in the Shenandoah Valley. All right, let's take a look at this book. All right, and guess what? Scott Mingus's book is for sale on Amazon for just a few dollars for the Kindle version. And as you know, like I did for Wayne Mott's fantastic book on Pickett's Charge, we did the Kindle version. So here we have our credits coming up. Confederate infantrymen in 1/6 scale. 1/6 scale, by the way, is basically your G.I. Joe scale. So, dedication. We respectfully dedicate this book with great love and deep appreciation to the Mingus and Brett's families. Thank you for your constant love, support, and encouragement. And this is vintage 1960s 54mm hard plastic Marx Warriors. All right. Well, let's get into this book a bit. We have a lot of neat credits: 15mm, 54mm, 28mm, and I'm using the iPad. Isn't that great? So, what is neat about using the iPad? Here's all the acknowledgments. Now, I'm not going to go through them all, but I would like to point out Ivor for Brother Against Brother. Doug Klein, he makes great military miniature diorama and wargaming stuff. Terrain galore. He's like the king of terrain. There's a lot of great people here that are wargamers and historians for acknowledgments that helped make this book come to life for Scott and Tristan. Well, as we go along in the book, you have an introduction, and what I really found interesting is they included the entire order of battle for the entire, Northern Army of Virginia, and of course the Army of the Potomac. And it's just neat to see everything done in miniature form. And I'm flipping really fast, I apologize. So here we have Robert E. Lee in 1/32 scale. All right. So, one of the, I can't say enough, but the miniatures, they span everything from 15mm up. And what is nice about the Kindle version is it's all here at your fingertips. You can't say anything about the font. Now, in the actual book itself, we have the book also. If you're by the book, the font is really nice. I mean, it's not micro reading. The illustrations are fantastic in the book form. I have both the book and the iPad version. I love the iPad version because I have some eyesight issues and I can expand my print. So, he covers the entire Battle of Gettysburg, but what's neat is he covers the campaign, the entire march to Gettysburg, the clash out through Greencastle. It's the entire action of the Gettysburg campaign, not just the battle itself. So I'm just flipping through pages. I'm going to pause for a moment. All right, everyone. It took me a second to find it, but here it is. The Bliss Barn detail from the Battlefield Monument, the 12th New Jersey. And as you all know, I spent over a week playing the Bliss Farm, and I have yet to pick it up. And I sure wish some of you guys or gals live close by to help me clean the battlefield. So, Culp's Hill. And it's really nice that Scott included the Bliss Farm. It's a very pivotal part of the Battle of Gettysburg that sometimes is neglected. I just love the pictures. Lots of maps. Here we have, this is really neat. Let me enlarge this. We have Pickett's Charge in the Emmitsburg Road. Really cool. Now, as you see, Pettigrew's soldiers reached the Union lines. Union artillery blasted huge gaps in the Union line, or Confederate lines, excuse me. All right, well, here we have Armistead with Confederate general leading the brigade in miniature form. And, I did the book review on Pickett's Charge, and I have the Pickett's Charge game. So here we have the high water mark. Here's Alonzo Cushing's gun battery. And hopefully hit the camera there. Let's see here. East Cavalry Field. Now, I lived right by East Cavalry Battlefield for just about 20 years, roughly, give or take a few months or a year. And a lot of people don't actually check it out, but the Rummel's Farm, and Scott's written a scenario book for it. Let's keep flipping. Here's our map for the, and I was just here just the other day, and here's Fitzhugh Lee up here, and the remote control airplane field is right here, and Walmart and Harley Davidson's and all that's over here, way over here. All right, Goober the Traveling Bear isn't very helpful. Well, I can't say enough about this. It really is a fantastic book, printed in 2019, and I was with Scott at one of his lectures 2 weeks ago. One of the best lectures I've ever heard. And you have an opportunity to see Mr. Scott Mingus and one of his lectures, well worth the drive. So, he's also written a book on the railroads, and he has several books that are out for the Underground Railroad. So, we're going to close this out. This is just sort of a Goober Bill book review. I have a lot of Scott Mingus books, and his books are really good. They read nice, they flow fantastic, and I'm going to try to review several of them in the next couple weeks, because my goal is to try to do book reviews. So, Gettysburg in miniature, and I think it's $2.99 on Amazon for Kindle. And it's a fantastic read of the battle, but includes the entire campaign in the beginning, and well worth the money, both in paperback and Kindle. Goober gives it several paws up, of course. And of course, paw up. Life is short, and just love goofing around with, Goober as the historian. And we're going to close this out with this coming weekend. We will be at the Old Stone Fort in Schoharie, New York, near Albany. The movie Drums Along the Mohawk with Henry Fonda is based on that fort, and it's a church also. So believe it or not, Goober and I will be up there. Not sure with my wife. She may have other plans. That's it. Stay safe. Be kind. Be courteous to everyone you encounter. And thank you for watching. Please subscribe. And don't forget, all the money I make off my YouTube channel, I donate to a historic site each time YouTube pays me. And last month it was the CSS News. And this month, or whenever YouTube pays me, it will be going to the Maryland Veterans Museum in La Plata, Maryland. Thank you again.